folks, in case you missed it, we got some huge news yesterday from the Sony State of Play event. We got the first reveal of Tekken 8, including what appears to be actual gameplay, not just cutscene stuff. So pretty hype stuff. What we're going to be doing is going through, we're going to be pausing, we're going to be frame by framing, trying to analyze every little tidbit that we can find in this trailer, and we'll talk about what that means for what we can expect from Tekken 8. If you want to see the uninterrupted trailer without me talking and pausing, that'll be down in the description. But if you want to go deep, let's be like an English teacher explaining why the curtains are blue. Let's jump in and start and take a look at all the little tidbits and stuff hidden in this trailer. All right, so coming in right at the start here, we've got kind of the remains of like some armor or like a soldier's outfit. So this is the G Corp logo, and then I believe this is the helmet of a G Corp soldier. I've seen some people talking about whether it's a Tekken Force soldier, but I don't think that's the case because they kind of have those like distinctive, like narrow, long eyes. So I think this is a G Corp soldier here, which, you know, there's like the war going on between the G Corp and the Tekken Zaibatsu. The G Corp kind of won in Tekken 7. I'm not going to spoil Tekken 7 too much here, but that's kind of how Tekken 7 ends, is with the G Corp kind of on top, maybe threatening to like take over the world or like do bad stuff under Kazuya, and Jin is going to want to stop them. So presumably that's sort of the setup for this conflict between Jin and Kazuya, of course, along with all their other familial squabbles. So I'm not a huge expert on Tekken lore, so if there's anything that I get wrong, you guys can feel free to correct me. But that's kind of how I see things so far. This is picking up after the events of Tekken 7. Jin and Kazuya going head-to-head. G Corp versus, you know, Jin, not really part of the Tekken Zaibatsu anymore, but, you know, father and son facing off. And so when Jin says people like us shouldn't exist in this world, I assume he's talking about the Devil Jin. It seems like, or the Devil Gene, I mean, it seems like the Devil Gene plays in a lot to what we're seeing so far. I mean, look at how good these guys look. This is a very moist trailer. I've seen a lot of people talking about the sheer water content of this is a little bit disturbing. Like, look, when they punch, like, water splashes off them. It's going to completely destroy our video encoders. But another thing I wanted to point out here is actually the background. So I watched this through one time, actually paying attention to the combat. And then I watched it through again. Just look at the background. Look at what's happening. We've got, like, 200-foot waves with, like, a tanker ship. Can you guys see that? And the ship is, like, split in two, I think, starting to sink. So I feel like the background on this looks absolutely incredible. I'm really, really blown away. I like the music as well. You know, Tekken 7. I really, really enjoyed the music in Tekken 7. I know a lot of people don't like that whole dubstep electronic thing they had going, but I like it. I think it suits the mood of the game really well. So, you know, we got our sort of look at, presumably this is the combat, right? I know it's really early. It's possible that this is just like a cutscene, or they like staged this and this isn't actual gameplay. But it looks so Tekken-y, right? I feel like this just looks like they're actually playing Tekken, which you know, pretty cool, pretty expected. Like, it looks like it plays like Tekken. I know Tekken is a series famous for not changing things up very much between their different entries, and, you know, that seems to be the case once again. And I have to assume that these, like, transitions and stuff is not actually part of the game. I don't think we're gonna get, like, cutscenes mid-battle, like it's Street Fighter Cross Tekken or something. This is just for the trailer, but oof. And this is where, okay, so Kazuya's eye is going to light up here. And this is where we get some of the classic Kazuya moves. First of all, do you guys want them to bring back slowdown in Tekken 8? I feel like in Tekken 7, the slowdown feature was actually one of the best things they introduced to the game, where, like, if it's down to the wire and it's unclear whether something's going to be the last hit or not, it like slows down and zooms in. I really, really love that feature, so I hope that this sort of slowdown in the trailer is maybe a little tease that that feature is going to return in Tekken 8. I hope so. But here you can see they trade, and he gets the crumple into, oh, the electrics into the hell sweep. Very classic Mishima combos. And I mean, Kazuya comes out on top, but for now. So there's some other stuff that I sort of want to talk about in terms of like the theming of the game and what's going on with Jin. So yeah, Jin, you know, uppercuts the crap out of him. But here, I like what happens here when he sort of awakens this this devil gene mode. What happens is like he gets one wing on one side, and then that arm on that same side gets all powered up. And then, you know, punching him with that powered up arm, and I love the way that like the effects blast off to the side here. That looks so cool. So, do you think that's going to be his rage art? Possibly, like his rage art is going to involve him turning into Devil Jin. So it seems like what a lot of people are speculating is that Jin is basically revealing here that he's kind of in control of his like devil mode or whatever. It's not going to be another situation where Jin and Devil Jin are separate characters. That's kind of what I'm taking from this, is that Jin is going to become Devil Jin as part of his moveset, whether it is just his rage art or whether it's, you know, interwoven with different parts of his moveset. It seems like maybe there'll just be Jin now. There won't be Devil Jin anymore. And I think that also kind of gets represented up here at the end. Yeah, you can see with this whole chain breaking motif, you know, Devil Jin has like the chains wrapped around him and stuff. It's like part of the character. And here I feel like the breaking of the chain, not only does it give us an 8, which sort of gets reused for the Tekken 8 logo, I feel like this whole chain motif is meant to sort of represent like the unshackling of Devil Jin. It's no longer like this thing that is lurking within Jin that could like come out against his will. It's now like a part of him that he can use and use to his advantage to try to defeat Kazuya. So yeah, this was a little bit outside of my usual zone of what I talk about in these trailers, because there wasn't a ton to talk about in terms of gameplay, but you know, in terms of the lore and the characterization of Jin and Kazuya, I think that there were some nice little things in there. So PS5, Series X, and PC. I've seen some speculation about, is it going to be a pain when this game comes out and then tournaments need like 100 PS5s? PS5s are hard to get. They're like expensive. Maybe if this game comes out in like 2024, maybe PS5s will just be everywhere by then. But right now, it seems like it's going to be really, really hard to stock a tournament with PS5s. They could do PC. The PC has its own share of issues with like controller compatibility and stuff like that. That can sometimes be a pain on PC. Swapping stuff out, sometimes it takes a long time. So yeah, next gen fighting game. Again, there is no release date or anything like that. They just say stay tuned. I am going to guess Q1 2024. I know it sucks. I know it's sad to say that the game won't be coming out for like another 18 months or whatever, but that seems most likely to me, considering how early it seems like we are in the development of Tekken 8. I'm just not sure we're going to see it next year. I would like to. If we could get Street Fighter 6 in like spring of 2023 and then Tekken 8 in like fall or winter 2023, that would be really hype, but I think we might have to end up waiting a little bit longer. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much all they showed us. A little 2-minute thingy here. Like I said, I'll link it down in the description if you want to watch the whole thing. But overall, I was pretty impressed. I think the graphics look really great, which is to be expected for a next-gen game. And Tekken 7 already looked really good. So yeah, very moist. These particle effects are definitely going to ruin all my streams. I thought the stage looked incredible. The music was really good too. And yeah, the characters, they just look like themselves. This is not like a Street Fighter 6 thing where everyone's coming in with like new outfits, totally like reworked like Chun-Li. No, these are Tekken-ass Tekken characters. Look at the water coming off him when he does these moves. It actually is crazy. Like, we talk a lot about the drip and whether games have the drip or not. This game has the drip in quite a literal sense. Look at the moisture. It's insane. I mean, I also wonder, another thing that I wonder about it, like this seems like it's a walled stage, right? Don't we think? It kind of seems like the boundaries here are potentially walls. If this is even a real stage, this might just be a fake stage that they made for a trailer. But is this a walled stage? So are we going to see the return of wall-less stages? Are they going to change the way that the graphics of a infinite stage looks? I know that's one of the things that people thought looked a little bit out of place in Tekken 7. There were only a few infinite stages in that game. There weren't that many. But I think a lot of people complained that it looked kind of weird. Like, when the rest of the game looks so realistic, to have that sort of weird, like, shifting background effect looks a little bit odd. So I'm curious what's going to happen with the stages. Look, the tree on fire in the background. I never noticed that either. There is so much detail in the stage. The lightning striking. It's so cool, man. But yeah, I'll stop talking about the stages. And I think I'll just stop talking in general. We can end the video there, guys. Really cool trailer. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know if there's other stuff you want to see me to react to. I know that, like, there's going to be some Street Fighter 6 information shown at Tokyo Game Show, so I'll happily talk about that as well when it comes out. But if you guys could help me out and hit the like and subscribe buttons if you like this sort of free-form react content, I would really, really appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.